What is going on? It is your boy Jordan JC, and I'm back again on the ATS Report. And the Chicago Cubs, the talk of the town right now, the talk of baseball. They are hot, white hot, and it doesn't seem like anybody can stop them at this point. I'm going to go over a couple of stats, and I want to know, are they playoff bound? So, as of right now, recording this, in the last two games, they have scored 36 runs against the Cincinnati Reds. 36 runs. That has not been done in a two-game span since 1897, folks. 1897, over 100 years ago. We're talking about a team that was dead in the water about a few months ago. Nobody could hit. You had players that they were taking a chance on, like Cody Bellinger, that came on the team, and it seemed like he just couldn't find his form from back when he was an MVP. And now we fast forward to now, right after the trade deadline, when we thought that the Cubs were going to be sellers. But rather, since this hot streak, they've become buyers. They picked up Jeimer Candelario, which was probably the best bat on the market at the time. Of course, he's a familiar face and name because he came from the Cubs in the beginning before he went to Washington. Now they get him back. He's having a great year. They add and bolster that lineup. And then we just mentioned Cody Bellinger. He was just named NL Player of the Month. Congrats to him. I don't know if you've seen Cody Bellinger play lately, but it seems as if there was something that they found in his game, in his swing, in his batting stance, whatever the case may be, that they corrected. He made the adjustment, and now it seems as if he's back to MVP form when he was on the Dodgers. He is hitting everything in sight. He's hitting and spraying the ball all over the baseball field. It's not just home runs, it's singles, it's doubles. Obviously, he's a gold glove player in center field. He can play a little first base as well. He's very dynamic, and I believe he's the X factor as to why the Cubs are taking off now. Now, I just mentioned that they beat the Cincinnati Reds the last two games with a total of 36 runs, which is insane. But the Cincinnati Reds, as it stands in this recording, lead the National League Division, National League Central Division. And so the Cubs, I believe, are 3 games back now. So as they're playing tonight, we're going to see if the Cubs can continue that hot streak. I just want to know from you all, is this legit? Is this fake? Is this just a mirage? Or is this real? In my opinion, the Cubs are for real, people. They have been doing this for a while now. Another crazy stat. Since the All-Star break, the Cubs have scored 142 runs. That's currently 40 more runs than the next best team. 40 more runs. They are hot. They're on a streak, and they know it. I think this is for real. I think this is legit. As we come to the end of the season, we're going to see if they can continue to get past the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, the Milwaukee Brewers are still ahead of them in the NL Central. I think that they don't even have to have their eyes set on the wild card, which I believe they're 2.5 games back of that now. They need to think about the bigger picture. I believe they will get to the playoffs. I believe that they will make some noise. This team has finally found, and it's clicking on all cylinders. You look at Nico Horner, Marcus Stroman, who was also a name that was talked about being sold and traded at the trade deadline. Now he's on a heater. Of course, he just went down. I believe he's on the 15-day disabled list with hip inflammation. I think his last game, he looked a little out of sorts. He was unorthodox. He wasn't the normal Stroman that you see dominating. And so apparently he tried to play through the hip injury in his start, and so that kind of took him a step back. And so we'll see how he's going to recover in the 15 days. Hopefully that doesn't prolong itself, and then he's injured for a longer period of time. Hopefully he only misses maybe a few starts, and then he's back in this lineup. But hey, it doesn't seem like anything can stop the Cubs. If it is an injury, I don't believe this Cubs team can be stopped. They're already on a streak, and I believe that it's not going to stop. Obviously, there's going to be losses and ups and downs here and there and fluctuations of wins and losses. But this team is for real. And we're going to see if they're going to continue to play this way until the end of the season. What is your thoughts? Leave your comments down below in the section, and I'll see you in the next episode of the ATS Report.